How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Below Average Wrestling Podcast. My name is Mike.
And my name is Jonathan. What is going on, everybody?
Oh my God, did I just cut the music just like that? Holy smokes, I didn't even realize.
I didn't even hear it playing.
Well, yeah, I have it really low, or else it goes into the microphones, and then I can't edit it when I edit it for the podcast and all that stuff. But I'm still sick. Holy crap.
Yeah, man, it's been over a week.
Bro, I think I'm not sick from like nose or anything. I'm perfectly fine. It's just literally a dry cough. And I don't know how to get rid of it at this point.
Ricola is not helping or what?
No, it doesn't help at all. My wife thinks at this point it's just allergies. Probably. Yeah.
It can be. I woke up kind of weird today too, but I popped in 2 allergy pills and I'm fine.
I see it. That's what
I woke up with like I felt like I was getting a cold or something, but then again I was very like my sinuses were bad and I was like, I'm just gonna pop 2 pills.
And I feel fine, just the cough. That's all it is, and it's just overwhelming. But I hate it. I just want to kill myself.
Whoa, no, for a cough?
Whoa, for a cough. Hey. No, but I hate the cough right now.
No, I feel you.
It sucks.
I feel you. But it was an exciting Monday and Tuesday. I was telling you, it's like they were listening to us. Remember last week we were like, they were just kind of like, they were.
Well, last week sucked, and the ratings showed. The ratings were all time low, and they needed to do something drastic, and they really. I don't know how I feel about it, but they really did go above and be like they really did something to I think they hit the panic button. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but I know I thought it was a good idea. I think it's a good idea that being able. I don't know if it'll get old after a while.
I think it will. That's why I'm saying.
Because there's just so many. So technically, at the end of the day, it's kind of like they merge either way.
Either way,
you know what I mean. But I thought it was cool. I guess it got a good pop. Every
that whole superstar shakeup was for nothing at this point.
Technically, yeah. Because I don't know. Maybe they're just noticing that it's just getting old.
The problem is, to me, is that it's not about how many superstars can you fit into Raw, how many superstars can you fit into SmackDown. It's the writing, and we've talked about that before. It's entertainment, like for instance, we have to watch Raw for 3 hours every week, right?
I know.
It's difficult, but there are plenty of movies that are 3 hours long that you can watch and literally be on the edge of your seat. Like I just watched Avengers Endgame last week. It was freaking awesome. It was 3 hours and I loved it. You know what I mean? But it's very difficult for a television show to be doing 3 hours. So you are going to get some of those duds, which is why the ratings has been struggling.
Yeah.
I mean, they're at SmackDown and Raw were at an all-time low. And I mean, the only way for you to fix that is for you to write better. I don't know, like
probably. And the thing is, like, we know that every time Vince is out there, something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. The idea of it is cool, but I feel like it's just you need better writing. But like right now, I guess it's just a pop. It's it's probably to see how long it's gonna last.
Yeah.
Because like I said, because it can get old, and there's just so many superstars in each brand.
And I think that's what's gonna happen. I think it's gonna get old because that was never the issue. The issue wasn't how many shows can we get Roman Reigns in, or how many shows can we get Bryan in. Yeah. Or how many shows can we get AJ in? That's not the issue.
I think a better idea. I thought that's how it was gonna be. I didn't know it was gonna be every week. I think that they were gonna be able to like just pop it in, like Vince McMahon's like, today's a wild card or something. So that means that you might expect a few superstars
so
from
every
SmackDown.
Week, but you're
because I think that would be something cool to look forward to. Be like, oh my God, who's gonna come today? Maybe, or like say Vince says.
You know what? That can work better.
Yeah, because there's a possibility that kind of like that somebody comes in and can win a championship, from the other brand, and they'll be able to stay or whatever.
That to me can work better. I think that works better than every week because now you're getting rid of the brand split. When you made a big deal about the whole superstar shakeup and all that stuff, now you're getting rid of that. You have enough talent to go around.
Yeah, or maybe just once a month.
Yeah, once a month. Hey, the last week of the month or whatever, before pay-per-view or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. And you don't say who's coming. That's the whole thing. You don't say who's coming.
Something can happen, or you can even do the week before the pay-per-view and the week after the pay-per-view. Yeah. The Monday and Tuesday after the pay-per-view or something like that. keep it fresh or something like that. You know, I don't know.
I thought that's what it was actually. I really did.
Or something like that a lot.
Yeah, I thought that's what it was, but it sounds like I guess it's every week. I have you know how WWE is though. Yeah. They'll literally stop doing something and not say anything about it. Like they'll just stop.
Yeah, that's exactly
what I mean? And then out of nowhere they'll do it again. So it's like, so we'll see how it goes, because like I said, it can, get old.
And I think that's exactly what's gonna happen, dude. Like, okay, so the wild card, when I first heard it, when Vince McMahon said it, and he messed it up, because I think he kept messing it up. Superstars from Raw can go to SmackDown. Superstars from SmackDown can go to SmackDown. He did something like that.
He was, yeah. But he can say whatever he wants, so he don't care.
But when I first heard it, I was like, man, this is just like, it's a Band-Aid, where you're not really dealing with the correct issue. The right issue is people are getting tired of these storylines. People are getting tired. There's no interesting characters. The storylines have been horrible. The writing has been horrible. So you're that doesn't get fixed by you popping Roman Reigns in every week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they think that he was gonna be the savior.
It doesn't get fixed. Even John Cena, you can't pop. Even a guy like Cena, you can't pop in John Cena every week and expect him to carry the ratings forever. I mean, even when Cena was there, while the ratings were steady, the ratings were still declining from the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, what is it? They've lost, since the Attitude Era, they've easily lost over 5 million people.
Oh, for real?
Over 5 million weekly watchers.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because the Attitude Era was awesome.
They were getting over like 8 million views, dude. That's why at one point WWE was considered pop culture, because it was part of the popular culture, especially back in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Oh yeah, everybody was doing everything everybody knew what wrestlers, what happened and everything. So but like, you are right.
It was considered pop culture back in the day. Everybody knew who Stone Cold was, or The Rock and all that stuff. Undertaker. It was considered popular culture back in the day, which is everyone was talking about it. And now you see things like, like comic book characters, comic book movies, and all that's, I think now like the nerdy things have become more pop culture, if anything. Yeah. You know what I mean? At least that's the way it is today. I mean, it wasn't back in the day, but WWE was pop culture back in the day. Mm. Now you got television shows, like Game of Thrones is big right now, and you got these Marvel movies that are big right now. That's popular culture right now.
That's because that's all, now with the Netflix and all the Hulu and all that stuff. And back then you just had TV and you had cable. Yeah. And what was on both? Wrestling. Yeah. So it was how they actually, back then, I feel like back then that was actually America's pastime. What is that show? Because they say that's what wrestling is, America's favorite pastime or something. Let's say for baseball, WWE. But, they say that's WWE too. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like back then, a lot of people were like more people than we were watching in the world.
It's just, I remember my middle school years and my high school years where I couldn't get anywhere and people were not talking about WWE. I don't even think I would be into WWE today if it wasn't for the fact that it was so popular back in the late 90s. Because it was so
awesome, bro. The type of things that they used to do were hella cool, and that's what got people talking about it all the time. Stone Cold was always on.
I would go to middle school. I would go to middle school, and then we would talk about what Stone Cold did that week. Yeah. It was just so popular.
Characters, bro. That's going into that is like there were characters. There were characters that people liked. There was like every wrestler was a popular character. How we talked about this in the past, but it's like The Rock had his own thing going on. He was loved by everybody. Stone Cold had his own. Mankind was weird, and everybody knew he was the weird dude. You know what I mean? So everybody had they had a lot to play with. Coming into the writing. And it was, but then again, the 90s was a very different time.
It was a different time. And like someone was saying, like during my middle school years, everyone was talking about WWE. You know what I mean? Now I kind of reference what's going on in school or in kid culture today with my sister-in-law. She's going to graduate high school. So I asked her, I was like, hey, I have a question. I remember I asked her this a couple of months ago. I was like, does anybody talk about WWE? She's like, nobody talks about WWE. It doesn't exist in our thing. I was like, what's popular right now? She's like, it's comic book movies. Everybody's talking about comic book movies. My sister-in-law has never picked up a comic book in her life, yet she was super excited to go watch Avengers Endgame. You know what I mean? Like it's That's the pop culture. That's the popular culture right now. Yet, and WWE was at that level at one point. It was. You know, and now they can't. They're not even close. They're not even in the thoughts of middle schoolers and high school kids today. You know, it's kind of us where we're holding on to the nostalgia, more than anything, and hoping that one day it gets back to its glory years, where it may get back to its glory. There's a
possibility it can.
You know, it could be like anything. It could be a roller coaster where, you know, it hit a high peak, it's gone low, then you eventually come back high, then it'll eventually go back low. Yeah. It can happen, but nobody is excited about WWE. None of the kids today are excited about WWE because they're not giving them anything excited to be about. And this wildcard rule is nothing excited to be about. It's the writing, it's the characters that we've talked about. It's you know, taking a chance on some of these guys and you know, like it's just taking a chance on some of these guys and see what they can do. You know, give us something interesting.
Yeah, man. So it kind of like a Kurt Angle, how they gave him a chance to look. He became one of the best characters that there was. But I don't know, man. WWE, though, with this wild card thing, it's cool for the moment, like we said. So, but we will see how long it lasts.
I mean, it's fine. It's a Band-Aid. Yeah. It's a temporary solution that's not going to fix a long-term problem they've been having. Yeah. You know, so if they're doing this just as a, hey, we're just covering up for now, but we know what the real issue is and it's writing, and we're going to address that. Yeah. But this is just to kind of hold the ratings and keep USA and Fox, which I think they're freaking out now, and they're like, damn, maybe we shouldn't have signed that damn contract with them. It's because Fox and USA Network were a little bit upset.
Because of the ratings?
They wanted, well, besides the ratings, Fox wants as many superstars as possible. USA Network also wants as many superstars as possible. Apparently, they USA Network got mad and they said, we gave up Roman Reigns for these ratings. Or something along those lines. Yeah. I read it really briefly today. And it was something around those lines that they were pretty upset that they said, you took Roman Reigns, which is technically your hottest star. Mm-hmm. You took him to SmackDown because you know that Fox wants him. And we're suffering over here. Yeah. So that's
crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's WWE needs to keep sponsors happy. They need to keep fans happy. They're in a very difficult situation, and they've dug themselves a hole. You know that the only way to get out is with good writing, but
we'll see. We'll see that how this happens, and maybe that they are doing something different. You know, some writing. You know, to maybe switch out the writers or something. You know what I mean? But we shall see. Because Vince McMahon said he's a genius.
He said it a lot too, dude.
That's him telling everybody that he came up with it.
I think that's him trying to make people feel okay and make people be like, okay, well, you know what, Vince, Vince was there for the Attitude Era. He was the main boss for the Attitude Era. He may be a genius, and it was almost feeding his ego. If you want to be honest with you, that's how it felt like to me. Yeah. When he's like, I'm a genius. I was like, Vince, shut your ass up, man. I was like, look, my dad is getting older. Yeah. You know what I mean? I recently went, we were having breakfast last week. And I was just like, I remember to my wife, I was like, man, it really, I never really paid attention, but my dad is like kind of like losing it. You know what I mean? Like even when he eats, he's slower. He sometimes he can't even see his food in front of him, and like he's like a little slower on some of the things. Yeah. His kind of brain function is kind of slowing down. Yeah, you know, it's not like even what it was 5 years ago. Like even such a short span, it's not how it was anymore. Yeah. And I think that shows that, you know, you hit an age where you may think that you know what's best or you know what you're doing, but you know, age catches up to you. Oh yeah, and you may not know what you're doing. Even my dad today still thinks he can drive. My dad hasn't. We've stopped my dad from driving. We actually, you know, us as our siblings got together and told my dad he can't drive anymore. We pretty much got together, and it was like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, about 4 years ago, and we made that decision as siblings, as a family. We told our dad, you're not driving anymore. We're gonna all find our way to drive you. We'll find a way to pay for your Ubers, whatever, whatever. But my dad till this day, he's like, I don't know why you guys didn't tell me I can't drive. He was like, I bet I could get in the car right now and still drive. And I was like, no, Dad, you have like one good eye. Wow. You know what I mean? Like it's like it's so he still thinks that he knows what's best for him, or that he still knows what he's doing. I'm sure that Vince is a little younger than my dad, but I'm sure that Vince still thinks that he still has the right ideas for what is going on today. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why you hire other people, right?
Yeah.
So the younger crowd, maybe different mind, trying to do different.
But it's hard to hire younger people when he's still the overlord.
No, of course. They're like the ones that's like, I've done this, I did this.
Yeah.
I know, what it is. So it's really hard to work with somebody like that.
Yeah.
It's really hard to work with a stubborn dude.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? He reminds me of my dad.
He reminds me of my dad as well. My dad's stubborn too.
My dad is a very stubborn guy. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like it's hard to work with him. It's hard to tell him anything because either he knows it all, or he's better than everybody else. And
exactly.
They can't tell him what to do.
And it could be that type of generation that they grew up in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It could be that type of ego and that type of I don't know what's another word that I'm trying to say, but it could be that they just they've seen it all, so they think that they still know everything that they can do or whatever like that. But the truth is, no, you hire your writers, you have faith in your writers, and but at the end of the day, it still goes through Vince, and then he gets to veto everything or whatever, or let everything through. So it's still the same thing.
So it doesn't really matter. It's like, why even work hard when you already know that this idea is not going to get through?
Yeah. I think, isn't that the reason that Road Dogg quit? Remember he quit the WWE writing team?
I think
he was a SmackDown writer. He was the SmackDown head writer, and then he quit, I think, after WrestleMania or a little bit before WrestleMania. Around that WrestleMania time, he quit being the head writer. Apparently, he just couldn't handle Vince changing things last minute. And SmackDown was doing pretty good.
Yeah.
You know
I feel like that's what I was gonna say. Like I feel like they need writers like him because they were in the Attitude Era.
Yeah.
But they're like right in the middle.
Yeah.
Because they were in the Attitude Era, but they are not as old, and they still understand the culture. They still understand the people.
Yeah.
More than Vince or anybody.
They probably have another good 10 years to understand this culture before this culture kind of goes above them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I mean, you kind of let Triple H take the wings now. Because in about 10 years' time, we're going to be talking about Triple H the same way we're talking about Vince. You know what I mean? 10, 15 years' time, I can see that.
Yeah.
You know, because especially with this new generation, like, sometimes I feel like I can't even understand my sister-in-law. And we're just, we're about 10 years apart? You know what I mean? 10, 15 years apart. She's about to turn 18.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, man, like, what the hell are these kids?
Like,
I
haven't talked to a 15 or 16-year-old lately, so I can't relate. Because I talk to a lot of people my age.
Right.
You know, everybody that I'm around is my age. Mm-hmm. So it's
yeah, same here.
So I want to have a conversation with like a I'm gonna go to one of my cousins and see what's up.
No, same here. I talk to mostly people my age, but I mean, we go to my wife's family's house every week. We try to spend a couple of hours with them, and she's got little sister and little brother.
Can I have a Ricola?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Sorry, my mouth got really dry. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
You know, she's got a little sister, and she's got a younger brother too, who's in middle school. You know what I mean? So it's and he doesn't care about wrestling. You know what I mean? It's things like that where this culture is not. They don't care about wrestling.
Do you know the people that like wrestling are very little kids that are between maybe the ages 1 and 6, maybe up to 10.
Sounds about right.
Maybe up to 10, and people our age.
Yep.
That between I want to say up to 15 and maybe 25.
I would even say younger.
12.
I would say 12.
12 to about 25, 27 ish. Are those people don't watch wrestling, bro? Because I've seen the crowds, and the crowds are people our age, 30, 40, 50 years old. That's the crowd, and they have their little kids getting them into. Those are the kids that are watching it. Are the kids of our kids? I mean, our kids, technically.
Yeah. Like, my nephew is 13. My nephew turns 13 in about a week. Mm. And, he doesn't care about wrestling. But he does know only one wrestler, and that's John Cena.
Oh, of course.
I think everybody knows John Cena. And especially because John Cena was big during his elementary years.
And John Cena was part of the Attitude Era, right?
No. He was after the Attitude Era.
Oh, he came in 2002.
But got big around 2005.
Oh.
You know, so it's my nephew doesn't care about wrestling at all, you know. But he's like, hey, I want to go watch Endgame. Take me to go watch Avengers Endgame. You know what I mean? It's like, I want to play Fortnite. You know, hey, can I come into your house because I want to play Fortnite? Or is it, you know what I mean? It's these popular cultures where games like Fortnite or where comic book movies, that's taken over where the spot that WWE was at. You know. But
all right. Well, that was a good conversation, though.
It's because, I think it needed to be said, though. I think at least I have felt that way, where I remember WWE being the main thing.
Yeah, it's crazy because now sometimes I don't think about certain things until I talk about them, and then I'm like, holy crap! It was
huge, dude. It was huge when we were younger. Remember?
I'm glad I am high for this conversation.
Are you a little?
I completely forgot. I ate some edibles before I came here, and I'm sitting here and I'm listening to you, and I'm like, I'm trying to understand you, and I'm just like looking at you. So I'm like literally just like on
tunnel vision.
Yeah, bro. But I like this conversation, and we haven't even started.
But you know what?
But we needed to talk about it.
Yeah, we need to talk about it because I think they're addressing the issue the wrong way. Where it's, I mean, look. We'll see what happens with this whole wildcard thing.
We'll see how long the bandage holds on for.
Exactly. We'll see how long the bandage holds on for. But anyways, Vince McMahon did open up the show trying to explain the wildcard rule. Roman Reigns comes out. Then he's interrupted by Daniel Bryan, who's then interrupted by Kofi Kingston, who's then interrupted by Drew McIntyre. Then Vince McMahon's like, I'm a genius. I got a wildcard rule. I'm going to set up Daniel Bryan and Kofi Kingston for the WWE Championship as the main event. And in a WrestleMania rematch, we're going to have Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns.
I, for some reason, thought Kofi was going to lose the belt.
I did, too.
I was all like, this is how they're going to take it from him.
Yeah, I did, too. I was like, is Kofi going to lose the belt? Then we get the first match of the night. Baron Corbin and Bobby Lashley defeated Seth Rollins and AJ Styles. Styles accidentally hit Rollins with a phenomenal forearm, then walked out of the match. Corbin pinned Rollins after with the end of days.
It was a decent match.
I don't remember this match.
It was okay. And then at the end, towards the end, AJ Styles hits Seth Rollins with the forearm, an accident supposedly, but he just walks away. So nobody knows if it was an accident or if it was on purpose.
Oh, okay. Sami Zayn comes out again and complains to the audience until Braun Strowman interrupts. Zayn ran away and got chased through the back until he was thrown into a dumpster. A garbage truck then arrived and dumped the trash with Zayn inside. They literally threw Sami Zayn in the garbage.
Remember we said who's going to shut him up?
Yeah. It was Strowman.
So we were like, who's going to end up shutting this fool up? It was Strowman. It was a cool segment. It was a trashy. Get it?
It was a trashy segment. I like that one better. It was a trashy segment. Sorry, guys. Need to take some water. Lucha House Party defeated some jobbers. Yeah, I don't care. Ricochet defeated Robert Roode. What is it? Ricochet put his Money in the Bank ladder match spot on the line following last week's loss. So Ricochet won the match with the 630 spot. Senton, I don't know why why did he even say, hey, I'm going to voluntarily put my Money in the Bank, match on the line.
I don't think he did, though. Well, I know he did it for this, but I don't think he voluntarily did it. Rude won, right?
No.
Rude won last time.
Yeah.
Love that stash, bruh.
That stash is dope.
That stash is not trash.
Lacey Evans defeated a jobber. Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah. She invited everybody. That's so dumb, bro.
Oh, yeah. She invited everybody at ringside to take a look. It was stupid. Then Becky Lynch came out and attacked Evans, and they kind of brawled, I think it was. Yeah. I don't remember too much. The Viking Raiders defeated Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. The Raiders won with the pop-up power slam.
It's just a matter of time they lose the belts.
Yeah, I think so. Roman Reigns defeated Drew McIntyre by disqualification when Shane McMahon and Elias attacked Roman Reigns. The Miz made the save with a chair and chased McMahon, but Elias and McIntyre stuck and attacked Reigns 2-on-1. McMahon and Miz continued to brawl through the backstage area, and then the Miz hit him with the chair in the back, blah, blah, blah.
Hit him in the balls. And bye-bye.
So this next segment was very funny because of the way they acted, but it was very stupid.
Which one?
It was the Revival one. So the Revival was supposed to face the Good Brothers, Gallows and Anderson. But that never happened because the Usos put sweat activated Uzi hot. So kind of like icy hot on the Revival and make their private parts burn.
Do you know that happened to me? So,
bro, that happened to me too.
So I know the pain, bro. But this wasn't on this. Oh my god! You know how the church used to have a soccer team?
Oh yeah.
I went to practice with them one time, and I pulled my groin, bro. I pulled my groin.
Oh Jesus!
And we ended up at Ronnie's house.
Okay.
And I asked Ronnie if he had something because I was in pain, bro. But it was like right there. So out of pain, and I wasn't thinking.
You said fuck it.
I put it on, and I was like, all right, cool. Pull up my pants, and holy mother of God, bro, my balls were on fire. It felt like somebody was holding a torch to my fucking balls, bro. I jumped in the damn shower, fucking trying to get. Whoo! Oh, just thinking about it. Horrible, bro. I wouldn't wish it up on any dude, bro.
I've been through that too. But it wasn't. I wouldn't say it was as much. I think it was more of a leftover.
Yeah.
That happened to me. And I think I rubbed it on a towel, and then I showered, and then I used that same towel, or something like that happened. But I remember I was like, wait a second, and it started burning. It was just freaking weird, dude. I think yours probably burned more because you probably applied it more.
Bro.
Yeah, you probably applied it more.
Technically, what happened? I put it on, and my balls just said.
Well, yeah.
And I was just like, I just started. No, it was horrible. It was horrible. I hated it, bro.
It's a bad feeling.
It took my pain away for a few seconds because I was feeling the burn.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, yeah, the Uzi. So why didn't you like it?
Okay. So I didn't like it because again they're making the Revival do something stupid again.
Yeah.
But I thought it was hilarious.
Well, yeah.
Let's be honest. These guys acted really, really good.
Yeah.
They sold the hell out of it. They freaking wobbled and hopped and rubbed it. Dude, they rubbed the way he was gliding through the ring and through the floor. I mean, it was hilarious.
They for performance they did great, bro.
Exactly. For performance wise, they did hilarious. It was funny. But it's like, oh god, like here we go with these same humor again. But whatever.
Well, I mean, they gotta put some type of humor.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, and the Usos are good on the mic too. So it's,
you know what? I hate the way they're turning the Usos.
Well, because they're making them more like goofy.
Yeah, and I don't like that.
But it's only with the Revival though. That's what I've noticed. It's just kind of like been with the Revival.
I like the Usos that were hard, that were welcome to the Uso Penitentiary. Right now, it feels like it's like welcome to the Usos, Saturday morning cartoon. Not the Uso Penitentiary. You know what I mean? Like it's like, come on, man. Like it's like no, I want them tough. I want them, like intimidating again. Whatever. No Way Jose has his conga line show up, and then Lars Sullivan interrupts and beats them all up. Don't care. WWE Championship match. Kofi Kingston defeated Daniel Bryan. Now, I didn't watch this match a lot. I heard it was actually a good match.
Yeah, it was a good match.
Okay, I didn't watch it because I think around the No Way Jose part, I changed it. And I put on the NBA playoffs, and I put on the Dodgers and Braves. I was flipping through the NBA playoffs were so good that day. It was Warriors and Rockets. It was a great game. A lot of drama. Great game. So that had my attention. So I would flip to Raw, but since I already kind of missed the beginning of the Bryan and Kofi match.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of commercials.
Yeah, there was a lot of commercials. I kind of had it on the background, but I was trying to pay attention. I kind of watched it again a little bit ago. Yeah, it was a good match though.
Was it?
It was a good match. They gave him a lot of time too.
I couldn't really get into it because I flipped before the match even started, and because whenever I would, the NBA commercials were on commercials, I would try to flip back on Raw, and then it was in commercials. So then I'm like, okay, then I would go to the Dodger game, and it was just a mess that main event or that last kind of like hour almost.
No, but it was a good. I would suggest to you even you could probably watch it again.
I'll probably watch it.
It was a pretty decent match.
That's what Twitter was saying. Twitter was saying that it was a pretty good match. Feel bad I didn't watch it, but again, like so many commercials put me out of WWE, and especially when you got the NBA playoffs right now, you got so much television.
That's probably why they're also doing bad.
What is it? In 2 weeks, 2 Sundays from now, right? Is Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Right? If I'm not mistaken, 2 Sundays from now is the season finale of Game of Thrones. $100 says that Game of Thrones is probably gonna get way more viewers than the pay-per-view.
Some people are not even gonna attend the event.
Exactly. Like I'm not even gonna watch it live. I'm gonna watch Game of Thrones. Once Game of Thrones is done, I'll watch Money in the Bank.
Well,
but
I'm the 1% that doesn't watch.
Yeah, you don't watch Game of Thrones. That's fine.
I don't watch TV.
You don't watch TV?
Only Raw. Like literally, all I watched in TV is SmackDown and Raw.
Well, I think Game of Thrones has been something. Well, Game of Thrones has been something that we got into a long time ago. We got into it. Let me see. My wife got into it before I did. She got into it around season 3, season 2 or season 3. She got into it, which was, oh my god, it feels like so long ago. It feels like 2013. So around there. Yeah. That's when she got into it. Then I got
you guys been watching it for a while.
Yeah. Then I got into it a year after her because she was like, "Oh my god, this is a great series." And then I got into it about a season after her.
Oh, so you're not like about the hype. You've been watching.
No, we've been watching it for a long ass time.
So I respect you.
No, it's not about the hype. We've been watching it for a long ass time. So it's and
so yeah, good luck. Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck. Money in the Bank.
Good luck with WWE. I'm trying to get viewers for Money in the Bank because you're gonna have. What was it? I was watching a John Oliver segment a couple of days ago, and then he was like, he's also part of HBO, and he was like, hey, well, you know what? In about 2 weeks' time, this network is fucked. He was like, what are we gonna do? Like we're not gonna have Game of Thrones, which is the big money maker right now. He was like, this network is fucked. So I thought it was hilarious the way he was kind of saying that. But anyways, trying to get back on topic. Yeah, dude, there's just so much TV, so much things to do, so much things to watch that if WWE throws so many commercials, it gets distracting. It gets distracting. I'm gonna end up changing it. Everyone's gonna end up changing it. You had it in the background. You barely paid attention to it.
The past 2 weeks, that's how I've been watching.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So can't fault us.
I felt so bad of not watching it that I said I'm gonna get home and watch the few matches that I didn't watch on Hulu, and that's what I did. I was trying to watch them, so I was like, because I knew there were some pretty decent matches. So that's why I wanted to watch them. Yeah. I mean, I have to probably rewatch that main event, but I did watch SmackDown, and so AJ Styles opened up the show, followed by Sami Zayn, continued to take on the advantage of the wildcard rule. Then Kofi Kingston confronts both of them, leading him to offering a title match. For later in the evening, after the commercial break, it was announced that Kofi would defend the title in a triple threat match against both of them. Mm-hmm. Andrade versus Ali ended in a no DQ. Midway through the match, Randy attacked Ali and Andrade. Orton left both men laid out, dropping them with sequential RKOs. This motherfucker with his RKOs. I love Orton when it comes to RKO, bro. I do too. He be getting them nice. Yeah. So WWE recaps Roman Reigns' journey from starting out to relinquishing the title to return to the ring. This, to me, felt very forced. Which one? That video package for Roman Reigns. Oh. I don't know why they do that again. Just because? I think to remind people and try to get a reaction. Okay, Reigns been good now for about 3 months now. You're going to get... it felt forced. It felt forced to me. I mean, he's been getting pretty big pops. Yeah, he's been getting decent reactions, and people like him, and I like him. I just think the storytelling is wrong. I think that they need to lay off the leukemia stuff, because I think that they do too. They're pushing it too much. Like they're pushing it a lot, and what ends up happening is that people kind of are like, okay, bro, we know. Like people are not stupid, but like they think they probably slowly need to just lay off of it. Yeah. It has been 3 months, so just let it. Because they keep playing the video package. That's true. They keep playing video packages of him coming back, and they always show when he said it.
Look,
and then
I don't want to sound all rude and stuff like that.
No,
look, I hope they're not. I mean, they're trying to milk this very serious situation, and maybe I don't know if it's trying to get some sympathy out of the character, but the truth is that you're not gonna get sympathy out of the character. You'll get it out of the real life person, So it just doesn't work that way, Roman Reigns is playing a character on television, and Roman Reigns, the character, is going to get booed if you keep writing him how you were writing him before the whole leukemia thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But fans obviously want Reigns to be good and healthy for him, for his family, for his career and all that stuff.
Of course.
You know what I mean? But it's don't milk this whole situation. Look, he's back, he's healthy. That's the important part. Let's move on from this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's okay for him to talk to third party things, you know what I mean, to maybe be like an advocate.
Well, because he said that he wanted to be an ambassador, and I guess he has been working on the whole.
And that's cool, behind the scenes, outside of WWE cameras, going to hospitals.
Yeah, but when he's in character, let it be about his character and everything, not put in the whole we already went through. We understand what happened. We saw the video packages that he did, and it was all heartfelt, but. We're into the 3rd month, right? Yeah. You know what I mean? I think they should kind of start slowly.
If anything, it does, it reminds me of that botched Dean Ambrose heel turn. You know what I mean? Like that just kind of brings back that memory, and I'm like, ugh, I don't even want to think about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So no, let's not think about that. But anyways, they did the whole thing again. Don't know why. I think it's for sympathy. Jesus Christ.
Symphony.
I think it's for symphony reasons.
It's for symphony reasons.
Oh man. So anyways, Shane McMahon announces that Daniel Bryan and Rowan will be the new SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions. Before McMahon could even hand over the belts, the Usos interrupted and say they worked too hard to put the belts, for the tag team belts in the division, to put them on the map, for them to just give them away. So then he sets up a match between Daniel Bryan and Rowan versus the Usos. At the end of the day, Daniel Bryan and Rowan defeat the Usos, who are now the new tag team champions. I can't even talk.
It was a good match.
Yeah.
It was a very good match. And I don't know if this is a WWE telling Daniel Bryan, sorry for going with the hype. Here's the tag team belts.
I think this is to slow him down. So
what I read, because he was hurt.
What I read was that it could have been another concussion, actually.
Oh shit.
But the fact that they were able to clear him, you know what I mean? I think that's good news. You know what I mean? It means that he was able to pass all his tests and his brain is kind of functioning correctly. They cleared him, a month after?
Yeah.
That's not good. That's not bad. So that's good news, but I think that the fact that they're going to put the tag team belts on him is just to kind of slow him down.
And then, because he won't work as much. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you're right. You can tell that Rowan's going to do all the work mostly. And
probably.
He's going to come in kind of just to take the pin.
Yeah.
Even though Rowan did the pin this time.
Yeah. Shane McMahon.
What is that, 3 times for him?
Yeah. Is it? Yeah, with the Wyatts, right? With the Wyatts, he was tag champs. Then as the Bludgeon Brothers, right?
Hey, he asked for his release?
Yeah, Luke Harper. Yeah, I don't think they're going to grant him his release.
Yeah, I think he became champion twice with him.
Is it twice with them?
Because they lost it and then they won him again, I think.
I don't remember.
That's cool. That's good for him, man. He's in he went to the main event like that. I mean, the main event scene was just like that.
Yeah.
Next to a big star, too, so.
It's true. I would have liked Harper, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He's a better wrestler. He's more agile.
He's a way better wrestler.
He's huge, bro, and he be throwing himself, bro.
He's a better wrestler.
Yeah.
Shane McMahon came out to hype the Money in the Bank ladder match. When the Miz attacked him from behind, the B team pulled Miz away, who then fought back, laying out Dallas and Action.
I just remembered that they're the Miztourage.
Yep.
I was like, wait. They have to say something about that next week or something. They got to play that out because they need to talk about it. I need them to talk about it. No, they said it on the
commentary.
On the commentary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It needs to be talked about.
Yeah, because I was like,
because Miz is good now.
Weren't they together?
Because Miz is good now. So we shall see.
So then we got a backstage segment where Heavy Machinery congratulates Bryan and Rowan on their tag team win. So maybe new rivals there.
Probably. We'll they need to give them some TV time.
Yeah. Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose defeated Ember Moon and Carmella.
Quick match.
Yeah, quick match. I don't even remember anything. Matt Hardy talked about Jeff Hardy's recovery when R-Truth joined him backstage. And I talked about Lars Sullivan. Lars Sullivan then showed up and attacked Matt Hardy, who was like...
I know, he looked so weird, bro. I was going to say something about that.
He looks so weird, bro.
He looked like an old man, bro. I saw he looked like a man. What?
I think my brother texted me during it. I forgot what he said, but it was like Matt Hardy's acting was horrible or something like that.
Yeah.
It was really bad. It was a bad segment, let's be honest. Then the WWE title match. Kofi Kingston defeated Sami Zayn and AJ Styles. Owens ran down and attacked Xavier Woods, leading to Zayn dropping Kingston with 3 Blue Thunder bombs. Then Kingston landed a Trouble in Paradise on Zayn to retain the title. Good match, actually.
Yes, it was a good match. It was a good match. It was good to see Sami Zayn on the main event, and it was good. It was good.
I was gonna mention, Kofi Kingston looks extremely comfortable as WWE champion. He's
doing it, man.
He's doing it, dude. Like,
and I think that's why I think he's gonna keep it, man, for a little longer.
A little long. I can see it, yeah.
Because he's doing good, man.
He is.
He's doing very good. He's getting. I know Xavier is one of the better ones on the mic, but he's been doing good on the mic, and he knows what he's doing. I hope he keeps it, but I don't know what's gonna happen with KO.
I don't know neither, but just seeing Kofi on Monday and on Tuesday, and the way he kind of presents himself, and the way he's owning it.
He's owning it.
He's owning it. He's comfortable. This is not a like a Jinder Mahal or something like that they just didn't fit that scene. Yeah. You know, he's owning it, dude.
Yeah, I feel like he was just waiting for this moment so he can just take it by the horns and just go for it. Because that's the thing. That's how you know he's a veteran, because the way he's owning everything and the way he's comfortable with it. So it's cool, man. I think he's just very grateful for him being there. So he's gonna try to keep it as long as he can.
Yeah, I mean he looks great. Wrestling wise, he's doing great. Character wise, he looks like he belongs in the main event scene.
Yeah.
You know. Anyways, that's it, man. That's it for Raw and SmackDown.
I thought this was going to be all right, but it was pretty good, man.
Yeah, because we had a bunch of rant at the beginning. That's why.
I'm a genius.
Damn it. I'm a genius. Damn it. Anyways, you want to add something, or are we good?
No, we're good, man.
All right, we're good. Another short podcast. I'm still dealing with the cough situation. Hopefully I can get rid of it for next week. I don't know anymore at this point. Nah. Yeah, we'll see. And hopefully WWE programming gets a little bit more interesting next week, because, yikes.
There's a lot more better things on TV, right? There's a lot more better things on my phone. I think that's how it is.
Oh, yeah. Instagram's popping already.
I mean, hey.
Anyway, that's it for us today, guys. Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram and on Twitter at TBAW Podcast. That's TBAW Podcast. Also, make sure you guys follow us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. And we are live every Wednesday night at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here on YouTube TV or YouTube Live, whatever the hell it is. Anyways, that is it, man.
Yep. It was a good podcast, I think. Hopefully you guys like our rant.
Yeah, our rant, exactly. Anyways, that is it. We will catch you guys next week. Same time, same channel. Peace.